Hey, it's Kobra here at MaddenGuides.com, and for this video breakdown, we're going to take a look at multiple blitz setups that you can find out of another defense out of 335 penny 3 high. Here's a look at the play that we use for this video breakdown. It's the 335 penny 3 high Mike Blitz 0. The only playbook you can find this play out of is the Cardinals. Before I actually show the multiple blitz setups that you can run out of 335 penny 3 high Mike Blitz 0, let's take a look at the default pass coverages and pass rush assignments. Now, this particular defense is the only man defense that you're going to find in this particular formation. So that's the downside of it. And the problem with that is, say they put a guy in motion, they can see it's man coverage. So that's going to be an issue. They'll know it's this particular defense. I do want to point that out to you. So let's just continue on with it. But they definitely bring some pressure on the quarterback. And that's the nice thing about this particular defense. And there's some things you can do to disguise it. But like I said, if they use motion, that's going to pretty much give it away. But at any rate, let's go and show you guys the pass coverages and pass rush assignments. Now, this particular defense, you can see it's a cover 0 defense. So you end up having 5 defenders here. As you look at it, they are all in man coverage here. And then you also have 6 pass rushers. Now, we can change this up which is what you're going to see here in just a bit, where we can only make this a 4-man pass rush and still get the same pressure on the quarterback, plus drop 2 defenders into zone coverage to try to help out a little bit with the pass coverages. All right, let's go and take a look at the first blitz setup. The first setup that I want to show out of the 335 penny 3 high Mike Blitz 0 is one where we end up getting some pressure from the edge rusher on the left side of the offensive line. It's going to be right here. Now, I'm not going to make any pre-snap adjustments. I just want you guys to watch where that pressure comes from. So let's go ahead and run it and take a look at it. And you can see right there's the edge rush that I'm talking about as far as getting that pressure on the quarterback. So that's nice right there. Again, that's pretty basic. Not doing really a whole lot as far as making any pre-snap adjustments. Something you could do here if you wanted to, you could call press coverage right there. And you'll notice when you do so, you're really only going to get one defender that's really in press coverage, at least against this particular formation. You're going to notice this is the gun trio Y flex. You'll notice that guy out there on the left, the one I'm highlighting, is in press coverage. Now, this guy looks like he's in press coverage, who's right across from the tight end, but actually he's covering the running back, as you see. So he may jam the tight end in this particular formation, but other formations he may not. So I just want to point that out to you. So let's go and run it again. And again, you can see that edge pressure coming off the edge right there. So that's really it as far as with this defense, without making a whole lot of pre-snap adjustments. That's how you do it. If you're looking to get pressure instead of from the left side of the offensive line, you'd rather get it from the right side of the offensive line, and then you can do this. So this is where we're going to get the pressure this time. It's from this edge rusher lined up on the right side of the offensive line. All you got to do is shift your defensive line to the right. I'm going to call press coverage, as you see on your screen. And there you go right there. That's really all you got to do. And this time we're going to end up getting some pressure coming off that side of the offensive line, which is nice. Another way of setting this up pretty quick and get that type of pressure. Now, if you want to turn this into a 3-man pass rush, it's real simple to do. All you got to do is shift the defensive line to the left as you look at your screen. Take control of this guy right here. I'm going to put him into a hook curl to the left as you look at your screen. And then this guy right here, I'm just going to put him into a vertical hook. And there's your setup right there. And then you can switch off to this linebacker right there. Now, he's blitzing. You're going to have to let him come up a couple yards, and then you can drop him back. And if you do so, you can turn this into a 3-man pass rush. So you can right there, you can see that we got 3 defenders coming after the quarterback, which is nice. So that's another way of running this defense if you're looking to get just a 3-man pass rush. If you're looking to get some A-gap pressure from the middle linebacker, what you can do with him, he's lined up right there. If you just move him over just a little bit to the left, such as what I'm seeing on your screen, now I'm going to take control of somebody else. And then I'm going to call press man coverage. But right there, if you do that, then you can get some A-gap pressure. You'll notice right there, he shoots between the right guard and the center and applies that pressure on the quarterback. If you don't want to manually move that linebacker as far as getting that A-gap pressure, then you just want to do this. You want to hit the right on the D-pad. You're going to bring up that screen, and then you just simply want to shift the linebackers to the left, such as you see on your screen there. And then you can call press coverage. And at this point, you're going to get that same blitz I just showed where he shoots through that A-gap and applies the pressure on the quarterback. So that's just another way of running that. So again, all you got to do here is bring up this screen right here, which is the linebacker shift and the LB assignments, and then shift the linebacker to the left. And right there, you can see we're just called press man coverage again. And you're going to get that A-gap pressure. That's just another way of running it if you're looking to get A-gap pressure. Something else you might consider doing with this if you want, if you're looking to get that, you could always call QB contain. Again, shift the linebackers to the left as you look at it. And there you got that right there. So that's another way of running this. And then we're still going to get that A-gap pressure on the quarterback. Now, if you want to get that A-gap pressure and you want to turn this into a 3 or 4 man pass rush, it's pretty simple to do as well. So what you can do here is, again, you can shift that linebacker to the left as you look at it. Then you can take control of this guy. I'm going to put him into a hard flat. That's up to you, whatever coverage you want. And then this guy right here, I'm going to put him into a bluff blitz as you see on your screen. Then I'm going to switch over to this linebacker right there. And then what I'm going to do is manually rush him at least a couple yards, and I'm going to try to drop him back into coverage. You're still going to get this A-gap pressure as you look at this one. So we'll get that A-gap pressure, and you'll notice I'm dropping back, and then we end up getting a 3-man pass rush. So that's another way of running that if you're looking to get A-gap pressure by dropping multiple defenders and only having a 3-man pass rush. All right, this next setup, we're going to change things up a little bit. We're actually going to get the linebackers where they're stacked up behind the defensive line. To do that, one of the ways of doing it is just to pinch the defensive line, and then next you want to call show blitz, and you're going to notice that those linebackers are now stacked up behind those defensive linemen. Now, the pressure generally is going to come from one of these two linebackers, either this guy or this one. So let's go ahead and take a look at it, and you'll see what I mean here with this setup here as you look at it. So we'll see what kind of pressure we can get. And right there, he comes around and he gets the pressure on the quarterback. He just loops around to the outside and he gets the pressure. That's another way of running that as far as if you're looking to get a little bit of a different look with this defense, but yet still get some type of pressure on the quarterback. All right, before I get out of this video breakdown, I got one other thing I want to show briefly, and that's if the running back stays in the pass block. Now, you're going to notice as you look at your screen right here, the running back is lined up to the left of the quarterback, and here we're in a spread formation. Now, I can't promise that every single time you're going to get pressure if the running back stays in the pass block, but what you can do and try to do here is shift the defensive line to the right as you look at it, call show blitz, and again, you're going to get that stack look, and then call QB contain. Now, sometimes what will happen is you'll end up getting pressure coming off the edge from this particular linebacker right here. He'll come around the edge and sometimes get to the quarterback as far as with this defense here. Let's go and leave the running back in to stay in the pass block as you can see on your screen. See what happens here and see if we can get that pressure on the quarterback right there. And right there, I kind of walked into it a little bit, but you can see that he's going to loop around. Hopefully, especially if they start trying to roll out and try to get away from that, that would be something that you might want to do here. So again, you shift the defensive line to the right, call show blitz, call QB contain. Here, the running back going to stay in the pass block, and let's see what happens this time. This time, I won't try to go to the right a little bit and walk into the blitz. But right there, as I drop back here, and that's what you're just hoping for right there. And like I said, I can't always guarantee that's going to happen, but I just want to show that to you. That's something else you might consider doing, and I definitely would lab that against some of the other formations because this is not going to work against every formation. Generally, it works best if the running back is lined up to the left side. Well, there you have it. Those are some different setups that you can run out of the 3-3-5 penny 3 high Mike Blitz 0 to get some pressure on the quarterback, even if the running back stays in the pass block. If you guys enjoyed this video breakdown, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks again for watching the video. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment for more Madden guides, strategy, and tips content. See you in the next video.